that I would not wear the black. My reason that I wouldn't wear the shirt or sign up or do anything like that.
Hey, shut up real quick.
Is because I don't think that people should look at one group and only promote that one group's injustices. While their lives are in danger in this society, there's a whole lot of other groups who are too, but people seem to think about them less. So if you gave me the choice between Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, I'm gonna take All Lives Matter because that's what matters to me.
I agree with you. I understand that. Because the Indians that were originally there, they've been through a lot.
What about the kids who get bullied and kill themselves all the time?
I'm gonna shut up. Okay. So you said that you wouldn't wear the Black Lives Matter shirt because it seems like you're putting. That's the whole point of the hashtag, to put more emphasis on black people because
I don't think it's fair to put more emphasis on black people.
No, listen first. Okay. So, let's get into that. Calm down. Get your words. So, the whole point of the whole Black Lives Matter movement is because you're saying that it's like we're putting more emphasis on black people. That's what it's supposed to do because we are endangered more than other races.
Yeah, but what about the thousands of bullied teens who kill themselves and no one talks about them? No one talks about them. There's no hashtag for them.
Then they can make a hashtag for themselves.
Why not talk about everyone all at once?
Wait, okay, so let me just go little example right there with the teen bully thing. They already have movements for that. They already do.
Okay, and who are you hearing more about? I'm not saying that wouldn't be fair if we only focused on the kids getting bullied either. We should focus on everybody instead of just one group.
Okay, how did that work out? Everybody was still focused on the superior race, which is white people. How did that work out? It didn't work out. That's why we're taking this into our own hands and creating a movement that specifically puts this in the spotlight because we are in danger. We're being attacked.
Okay, but lots of people are being attacked. You should look at everyone being attacked.
How come all the minorities, how come we don't work together to help this racism and stuff that's going on now?
You know even more about Black Lives Matter.
She's saying.
Listen to me. I am not finished talking. We all work together, but we cannot take their responsibility. If they want to be recognized too, then they can do that for themselves. We did it for ourselves, so they can do it too. We're not supposed to go around and do everything for every single race. If they want to be recognized, they can do their own thing.
See, y'all want me to get historical and
was always right.
And ladies, here we go. I'm not saying that Black Lives not important. I don't think you guys should just hop on and just attack Malcolm.
We're not attacking. I'm just speaking my mind.
Now, let him speak.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, can y'all keep it down because we presenting next one.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you
Yeah,
please leave now?
we got to
Back with the premises.
Cameron, she gonna kick you.
Alright, let's do it.
She gonna smack you.
What time and what place?
Oh!
I don't have that lady.
Hey guys.
Ladies, okay, go ahead. You guys saying that we did it for ourselves. We didn't really do it for ourselves because we did it, we helped. But there's a lot of other people and other races that came and helped with us. There's a lot of white people that's a part of Black Lives Matter too, and that helped with the civil rights movement and stuff like that. It's not a problem helping other people. Sometimes people need help. We needed help a couple years ago. Now watch this. Let me ask Malcolm a couple questions.
Yeah.
All right. Question number one. So you've been watching the news. Does the name Sarah Bland mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Not Sarah.
It doesn't mean.
I watch the news a lot, but I normally just catch things out of the corner of my eye.
Okay. Here's the thing.
I don't like America.
Huh?
Yeah, America is.
You're right, Philip. I don't.
Hey, y'all chill.
Why do you think I never say the pledge? Well, that's just a reason.
You can't have everything get out of the kitchen. We're stating our opinion.
Can you give him a chance to speak first?
I love this.
He's saying stuff he doesn't know. This name Sarah Bland doesn't doesn't mean anything to
Wait,
me.
you're
That's-
hurt.
Okay, well, enlighten me. Tell me what it means. Maybe my opinion will change.
Malcolm, stop cutting her
All
off.
right.
And listen, hey, ladies and gentlemen, listen. He just made a comment that y'all need to hear.
Okay.
And his comment that he made went as follows. He said that maybe if I know about, and it's Sandra Bland, if I knew about Sandra Bland and people like that, maybe my opinion would change. And that's true. There's nothing wrong with people having their own opinions, but the more educated you become, the more stronger you become to understand the issues and why people feel the way they feel. Alright?
Hey, stop shaking.
Alright, so now,
Just
here we
someone,
go.
just someone tell him about her.
Wait.
Then I don't.
What if you say yes and no because you don't want to get killed because you think that you're going to get criticized badly by someone
No,
else?
I'm not hearing you because I'm hearing a lot of stuff.
Wasn't
Y'all chill for a second because he was asking me questions. The thing about Sandra Bland is just the latest in black folks, and she was a black lady just riding in the car, cop decided they were gonna pull her over, they took her out of the car, took her into the jail, put her in a chokehold, did a whole bunch of other stuff for her, and she ended up dead. For no reason.
I can understand that. I'm not trying to devalue that at all. I'm just trying to say that we should.
Let me go and expand the thing about Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. When you're watching the news and you're seeing black males, black teenagers running down because a cop pulls and they run and a guy comes out of his car and shoots him 10 times in his back. And then there's the next week, there's somebody else choking somebody because they allegedly said that they were doing something wrong. And then the next week it's this, and the next week it's that, and the next week it's sooner or later somebody's got to say something. The things that you're talking about, all lives matter, is a beautiful thing, and yes, it is very true. All lives matter. No, only an idiot would stand up and say they don't. Okay? Only an idiot would say that. But when you are seeing a particular group of people, especially a certain element of people, being killed without even the ability to be able to prove or say that, then not you, I'm talking about you as a broader group, you have to stand up to say, no, this has to stop. Because if it doesn't, and if nobody does that, people will think it's right. Now, let me give you an idea so you can really bring this home. Donald Trump got up in front of all his people when he was speaking at speeches saying, when people were protesting, I'd hit them, I'd knock them out, I'd have them carried out on a stretcher, I'd have them do this, I'd have them do that. And Trump went out and said that. Since he's made that comment at every one of his rallies, those things are happening. Those things are happening. And people are saying that because they believe that Donald Trump has said, this is our time now. There was a group of women at one of his things that said, we are white people and we are in charge now. So what's happening is, it's good to have that, and there's nothing wrong with that, because everybody in this room, if you ask them, will tell you all lives matter. They would agree with you on that. But when somebody goes and targets you just because of who you are, and and they don't know you, Malcolm. They don't know you at all. But there's some people who would no more give a damn about you going to school, getting your education, than you laying in a gutter with a blanket over top of you and blood trickling in the sewer.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then you need to, not you, but people should stand up and say, no, we're not going to let this happen. But now, let's go here. Black folks are asking for Black Lives Matter. They're asking for people to respect them. They're asking for them to give us our rights. Treat us fairly. We're not asking for favoritism. Treat us like you treat everybody else.
Exactly.
But wait, how many of you, when they do the Pledge of Allegiance, sit down and not stand when the pledge comes along?
I have a
I
reason
love
for that
the
too.
Pledge of Allegiance. I'm all in that.
I make it a point to never stand or never say it, but that's for two reasons that I have. All right, my two reasons that I do not stand in it, or if I do, it's because Miss McCoy tells me to. But I never say the pledge is because one, I don't. Shut up, Philip. One, I don't agree with America and how it is, especially today, and two, I don't believe in God, so I'm not going to say one nation under God. That's the same reason I don't think that like In God We Trust should be on money or stuff like that, but it's not a huge deal to me. It's just I'm not a hypocrite, so I'm not about to say something I don't believe.
And I, the wonderful thing about America is you have the ability to have that right, but in other countries you'd be dead.
Yeah, I understand that too.
Okay.
I understand
So,
there's worse
and-
places.
and-
I'm just saying I don't
and
agree with this one.
Because of that, and because of people who fought, there was a guy, his name is Buzz Williams, and none of you probably know who Buzz Williams is. Buzz Williams is the head coach of Virginia Tech, and he had some basketball players who he found out that when the pledge came on, some of them stood up, some of them felt like you felt, and some of them didn't, and so on. So what he did was at one practice last week, he brought in some injured vets. In other words, people who gave their lives to protect this country, who were injured, lost limbs, who basically had their whole lives changed going out to protect this country. And he brought them in and asked them to speak to his players on why it's important to stand and say the pledge, or at least stand up when the pledge is being done. And when you hear from their perspective why they gave their lives to protect you to have the right not to stand, it made them understand why they have to stand. See, and that's the part of the things that y'all need to understand. The other point, we're going back to the Black Lives Matter, moving over. A lot of people would say, and you notice that the majority of this class raised their hand. In the last class, when they talked about it, they raised their hand too. How many of you know that, and basically I would tell you in this school, the majority of people would wear the Black Lives Matter t-shirt. But how many of them would wear the Black Lives Matter t-shirt and try to fight each other before the day was out?
Half.
Most of them.
Because you got two girls beefing with each other, or two guys beefing with each other, or
I
a
can see
girl
why
and a
people
guy
don't
beefing with
respect
each other. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Never mind. I'm gonna wait till you're done.
So, if Black Lives Matter, why are we fighting each other? And what are we, and what are we fighting about?
Like, it's not that deep.
Huh?
It's not that deep. You don't have
What do you mean it's not that deep?
I mean, like, it depends, like, because people now, we fight over stupid stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's, like, annoying.
Okay, and you make an excellent point, but if you're going to ask people to support Black Lives Matter, and you have two black people fighting each other,
What does that show? Like,
that shows that you just blowing smoke. Yes.
Everybody likes it.
Uh-huh.
okay,